Hillary knows cybersecurity now? Picking Hillary Clinton as the keynote speaker for a cybersecurity summit is like Sean Kemp teaching a seminar on pulling out in a parody of Tom Cruise from Magnolia by the Duplass brothers. Can I get a holla for a Friday Fantastic Opener? Holla! But seriously, why is Hillary getting paid to give a speech at the Cybersecurity Summit via Skype next door to her compromised yet quaint server farm in her Chappaqua home? Was the CEO of Sony too consumed with assuring Kevin Hart they wouldn't shortchange him and pay him to plug his movies to his Twitter followers at large? Hillary Clinton speaking at a cybersecurity summit is like R. Kelly getting paid to babysit the latest Kardashian out of the womb. Will Hillary be giving a seminar on how to throw off FBI investigators looking into emailing top secret intel to dummy non-work email addresses like yourmamaobama@gmail.com? Can I get a holla for raising the roof big time and accelerate on a fantastic Fastidious Friday? I don't know what fastidious means, but I don't care because I'm flowing. Holla! Hillary Clinton, Huma Liquor Breath, giving a speech on cybersecurity is like hiring Kevin Durant as the keynote speaker on how to drown out the noise of cyberbullying. Who decides to pay Hillary Clinton to give a speech on cybersecurity exactly? Did the CEO of Norton Antivirus feel he owed her for failing to block out Anthony Weiner's personal dick pic posing stash from the feds? What was the Cybersecurity Roundtable thinking, allowing Hillary Hammertime Cankles to be a featured speaker at their summit? Only Charlie Sheen with more at the AVN Adult Entertainment Expo. Can I get a holla? Let's hope Charlie can make HIV disappear like Magic Johnson. Holla! And let's hope the rumor about him sodomizing Lucas wasn't true. Holla! I shouldn't be saying the holla. I love Corey Haim. I basically hate Hollywood for finding out that he was gangbanged by a bunch of studio execs while Corey Feldman watched. So Corey Haim was in a movie called Blown Away with Nicole Eggert. Could be like the steamiest, like NC-17 sex scene of all time. He's banging her on the stairs. All of a sudden, I'm noticing like Corey Haim's like developing six pack. Find himself to be like more aroused by like than I should be, because Nicole Eggert at the time I was equated as being the far superior hot one. I literally had a poster from Child World of Nicole Eggert from Charles in Charge. My friend Jared, who still hasn't responded back to my book release text, but I'm assuming he's happy for me. But anyway, so he tried to bribe me for that Nicole Eggert poster. It was a cherished commodity. But during that scene where Corey Haim's railing Nicole Eggert on that stairwell, you're thinking, he's a lucky man, and you're also thinking, Corey Haim just keeps on turning me on more than I never really saw him before. He's all grown up now. He's all grown up, and he's all grown up. Pay good money to hear Queen Hillary give you a dissertation on password protection is like peeing money away on a golden shower-based Russian dossier with less legs than Lieutenant Dan. How is Hillary a respected authority on cybersecurity again? I thought only Lorne Michaels gave paid host spots to Seth Meyers in the form of participation trophies for coming across as a forgettable, humorless, blood-draining, boring stiff on SNL. Can I get a holla for dumping on perpetually dour, boring to the nth degree, would never rush to have a beer with them if my life depended on it? That person being Seth Meyers. Holla! These are jokes not getting me on Kimmel. Married couples are divorcing in droves over Trump. I wouldn't mind making my sex life above average again. Put it in, Indiana MILF. I'm ready to play. Play. Mention his name again and you're sleeping outside. Then 6 more years of purgatory starts right now. Queens is so hot. No, it's not. Queens compared to Manhattan and Brooklyn is a sloppy third Kardashian sister. You know, the extra greasy one that's easy to pound at 3 in the morning, like a lamb gyro in Astoria. My prayer for Montreal. After Trump became president, I prayed for them to build a wall around the strip clubs in Montreal so Lena Dunham wouldn't scare away all the clientele. My New Year's Eve wish this past year, ball drops, I say, how about you go down on me? Now, babe, wife says, but I blew you last week. I reply, just pretend Obama ordered you to leak it. Trump has ties to Russia. Duh! Most mail-order bride owners do. Has the Rocky statue been taken down yet? Because it promotes white supremacy, knowing Rocky whips Clubber Lang's ass in Rocky 3. Michelle Obama will not be running for president in 2020. What would be her campaign slogan anyway? Obama's 5 o'clock shadow part 2. Joan lives! This is an impersonation of my new Trump voice GPS system. Exit left for Mohican Sun. Elizabeth Warren's Home Away from Home. If you want to talk about accomplishments, Obama did rebrand ISIS to ISIL so they'd sound more startup-friendly in the New York Times. It took Hilary 6 times to get her Metro subway card to work. By the 6th swipe, Hilary blurts under her breath, super predators, black people are watching. You can do it! Can't believe my mom asked me if my 6-year-old daughter at the time watched the Women's March on Washington. I replied, yeah, Mom, in a burqa, to see she's got nothing to bitch about. Also, Mom, my daughter is learning how to read now, so the last thing I need in my life is my daughter trying to make out the signs of the Women's March on TV. Yeah. My 6-year-old daughter squints her eyes, trying to make out the signs on the TV and says, Dada, what's pussy power? Is that a new show on Amazon Prime? Can I get a holla for a 2-year-old recycled joke? Still sounds fresh as ever. Fresh off the press. Aren't you guys blessed? Holla! A cheerleader from the Baltimore Ravens got arrested for raping a 15-year-old boy. My 10th grade teacher forced me to read the Raven poem by Edgar Allan Poe against my free will, and all she got for it was tenure and more poetry rejection letters from the New Yorker. Can I get a holla for a universal 10th grade teacher dumpage? Because how many of our 10th grade teachers really inspired us? Holla! Who taught English? A new study reveals female dragonflies play dead to prevent sexual assault. Bill Cosby victims call this wishful thinking. Is it still too soon? Stand up, New York! I love Trump's over-the-top salesmanship and relentless optimism. If he was diagnosed with HIV today, he'd tweet the next morning, do I have HIV? Yes. But my T-cell count numbers have never been stronger. Can I get another? He's so hot, you can help to contain him. Holla! Jimmy Fallon's writers hate. Jimmy Fallon's writers hate him because he didn't rub Trump's hair off so a real-life skinhead would emerge. Brody Stevens' tragic death, Hollywood Reporter. Joan Rivers getting knocked off for outing you-know-who was a tragic death. Also, can we stop glamorizing suicide for 1 second? Then again, I don't want to kill myself. My eulogy in the Hollywood Reporter was prefaced with, for A-listers like Sarah Silverman, the real authority on maturity, knowing she still rips fingers in her hoodie into her late 40s. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Why doesn't the Hollywood Reporter put a spotlight on how most stand-up comedians aren't lightning rods of conversation off stage because they're not too warm-hearted, giving humanitarians in the first place? I hate to highlight Mein Kampf highlighting Bukowski, but he did refer to writers as a whole, I'm paraphrasing here, and this is Bukowski talking about writers as a whole, at least the good ones. He called them selfish, awful people who saved their best selves for the page. I think you could say the same thing for Brody Stevens, assuming he wasn't always dying up there at the Laugh Factory on Sunset Boulevard. I do recall him on Jeff Ross's Roast Show once and making a comment about using kettlebells. Sarah Silverman could use some crazy normalizing these days. Also, the Jewish rape doctor bit Sarah Silverman did back in the day on the Larry Sanders Show and recycled on Fashion Police was written by someone else. And her old show on Comedy Central sucked donkey dick after the pilot. Sarah Silverman gives new meaning to being heralded for making half-ass, half-hearted, half-smile-inducing comedy, borderline shock jock humorous material, funny, post her performance on the Pamela Anderson roast. Great look, though, still defending Obama, Sarah. Iran totally respected their timeout from nuke building because your savior gave them 150 billion large for overseas manufacturing jobs for Build-A-Bear to make the economy less reliant on the sale of hair removal products for your busted slinky Bush alone, babe. Can I get a holla for a busted slinky reference inspired by my time on Blind Date when my first group activity, true story, was staring down her mouth in a muff so she get a wax and she gave the producers permission at a time. And obviously, so the entire winter going around, holla! True story, the end of the Blind Date in my episode. She goes, should we kiss? And I said, I've already seen your pussy. Can I get another holla for always possessing the ad libre at my fingertips? Holla! Jon Snow going to fancy rehab in Connecticut for $700,000 a month ruined everything. He was supposed to be the more alpha dog Orlando Bloom. You now get the impression he'd startle easily from a cutting stare from Gordon Ramsay on Master Chef, Celebrity Edition, Fake Nights at the Round Table, for his take on Dothraki lamb burgers. Ramsay yells at him, this burger tastes like burnt villagers, Jon Snow. Plus, the Dothraki would skull fuck you on the spot for infusing their burgers with rosemary, garlic, aioli. Dothrakis are never confused with shishi bitches like yourself, John. No offense. Memo to AOC. Our border detention centers have central AC, which more than I have. For my family of 5. Is it 6? 3, 5. Again. Memo to AOC. Our border detention centers have central AC, which is more than I have, let alone starving orphans in death camps in Auschwitz without smartphones, kicks, and orange soda stained XL jams. Miss Yorktown Heights, which is greener than your freezer at campaign headquarters, the puffs down with Snoop at 420, whose brain hovers a notch above hood hell. Can I get a holla for a heavily recycled Snoop punchline that never gets old? Holla! Who still likes Hilary? She either steals fine china or breaks it without ever footing the bill. Too bad you can't blame lying, crooked, homemaker shamer behavior on anti-Islam videos. It's my younger brother refusing to condemn Kobe Bryant. This movie made me see a different side. He called himself the Mamba to embrace his bad boy attack instinct. Raping the girl is a power move, like Harvey, Here Comes Weinstein at Sundance. This is me at DeChico's grocery store. Worker there says, referring to my son, he's wearing these American flag print trunks, says, love the flag trunks. And I said, yeah, I thought they'd give my resistor mom coughing fits of despair like Hilary on election night. Yet my mom visits twice a year, and I got to hear my prop her energy say, oh, well, there aren't many other 7-year-old grandmothers that could just take your 3 grandchildren to the diner, and then again, they're fuss-free, and you've done a great job raising them, and they don't cause a stink, but still, she drove them to the diner, and most 70-year-old women never do that. Yeah, Dad, because they actually do it like all the time. It's not like a twice-a-year thing, but I appreciate you defending Mom's honor. Then again, Hilary Hamilton Cankles give me such a low standard of high energy involved grandma. I totally get where you're coming from. It's really good with the kids. And I do appreciate the help that you gave me, Mom, when you were here. And I know that it wasn't your choice to move to Arizona. So, and you did look great. My dad asked me, how's Mom look? I said, I didn't say forever young, because that would be blatantly cheesy jerk-offery. But I said, she looks ageless. So, ideally so far, knock on the wall, wood, either working in my favor. Don't mind still getting ID at 43. Don't mind feeling for the temporary moment, feeling like a teen dropout from Tallahassee, whose LinkedIn profile should say, crystal meth homemaker. So I'm at the grocery store again, and the worker says, would your son like some stickers? And I said, that's like LeBron not liking selfies. Worker at the Chico's laughs, long time! So I'm at home. This is Father's Day. And I found out that my wife's about to call her father for Father's Day. It's pretty late at the night. And I said, oh, you're calling your father to wish him happy Father's Day? You really think a bare minimum display of affection on your part, 1 hour before he falls asleep and the lazy boy will send his endorphins? Hiya, I'm gonna take ya. I'm gonna take ya. Whenever I push my son in the swing, thanks to my dad, who did introduce me to Sly and the Family Stone, I'll say that. I'm gonna take ya. Hiya. And my son, that's one of his first words that he says very clearly. He'll say, hiya. It's adorable. Freaks out the Latinos at the park because they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So instead of to say, I'm gonna take ya. Hiya, I'll say, this stuff is stupid. This stuff is like super crazy. Angel dust. Speedy Holmes. I don't say that. Am I being racist now? I think it's so funny in that movie Friday when they say, you've been smoking angel dust, Holmes. Always made me laugh. And then you think of Trading Places. This angel dust, PCP. You know what this stuff does to kids? Angel dust is just funny. But I do get strange looks. I guess they don't. I really wish I didn't know what the translation was, but I don't. Or else I would say it in Spanish. We need to work on that. I could probably just ask Alexa right now. Alexa, I'm going to ask right now. Alexa, how do you say higher in Spanish?
Higher in Spanish is más alto.
Más alto. I'm going to take you más alto. I'm going to take you más alto. Thank you, Alexa. Thank you very much. Gracias. Gracias. I'm going to take you más alto. Excellent work. Jeff Bezos is on my list again. Not really. So, my wife says, well, this is actually some confusion. My wife initially said, my mom, this is what I thought she said, my mom got you a mask for Father's Day. I learned later my mother-in-law didn't buy me like a mud mask streaming from like spahunters.com, but instead she made a mass prayer on my behalf. Well, changes are, my mother-in-law didn't ask Jesus to forgive her for force-feeding communion on my Jew blood-roaring seed. Kenna! For force-feeding communion is never kosher on my children. Reference from yesteryear from an primo chapter in Control My Kids, a comedy, a love story. Holla! So, like, this. What good impression did my mom think she was making when announcing on repeated occasions? Force. I always tell my kids, you don't ask, you don't get. Mom was in town, never saw my daughter to school. I'm in all of it. I think it's like superior to any sort of like boarding school education that's available. Obviously, it's easy to say. Nothing that kind of fame is under judicial review. Nonetheless, it's fantastic. I'm not going to get into it and ruin my flow, but I want my mom to see how amazing it is. I want to feel great and super comfortable about where she's going to school. So, get a tour. But then my mom, like every 2 seconds, and we keep on warning to like all her teachers. I think they're like squeezing a marble right out back. Every 2 seconds, my mom would say, oh, well, I haven't been here starting 3rd grade. It's my first time here, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking like, stop saying that. Sound more nonchalant, Ma. Oh, I haven't been here in 3 years. Stop sounding so nonchalant. You're worse than Hilary. Can I get a holla? For this A+ colossal dumpage, tsunami cameras and cankles. Holla! But like really, what good impression did my mom think she was making when announcing on repeated occasions how this was the first time seeing her granddaughter at school in 3 years in rapid succession? And like, meanwhile, these teachers thinking like, what happened? And I just want to blurt out, her son came out as a Trumpian. Can I get a holla? And I'm just saying that because it's not to shut my flow. Holla! Ben Shapiro, ugh, yuck. Ben Shapiro, no way he tastes good. Same thing for Bezos. Ben Shapiro destroys what? My tolerance for Republican talking heads, who try so hard to get the impression that at some point they were actually smarter, funnier, more popular than Trump was in the military academy. God, Ben Shapiro. His grating voice is like an R.A. Chelsea. Can I get a holla? For reducing Ben Shapiro to an annoying, divisive twat like Chelsea. Holla! Wife said, can't make fun of Chelsea anymore. I'm like, why not? She's not even ugly anymore. Plus, I think Chelsea Handler is a divisive Twitter twat too. Can I get a popularity? Can I get a back-to-back holla from way downtown? Holla! Nothing but that. Holla! Ben Shapiro. Meanwhile, Ben Shapiro requires. You were talking about how temperamental our societies become? Where he gets his speeches on, I can't listen to his voice more than 2 seconds. Where he goes to Berkeley, he requires like $40,000 for detail. It's like the least threatening Jew in the universe besides Chelsea Clinton's husband. Can I get another holla? Be talking to my brother. Yeah, bro, I'm not too more than impressed by non-demographic, but I'm glad you think all Trump supporters aren't less mentally strained than you are, jerk off. And then I love this. I love my brother trying to act like the moral. He messed it up like put the week before the wedding. Anyway, point being is he goes, yeah, so we're not gonna pay for your wedding unless like you make up with your brother and his 3 children are involved. So that was the message I got from my brother. So that was nice. I'm really glad that he was, really made an effort to, give more personalized reasons for why I want them to be a part of his, special day to cement the union of souls with the new love of his life that this time shall last forevermore, and I hope it does. But don't wish misfortune on anyone. Outside of, I would say, Iran, the deep state, anyone involved in that finance dossier, and basically anyone that is intent on, killing my people. But my children are so lovable, so I don't really see that happening like here. But in certain occupied territories, I'm sorry, no-go zones, not so much. Just the way it is. So I was Ben Shapiro. Leave it at Ben Shapiro to ruin my flow altogether. Yes, this is my brother. He goes, no white people live here. And I said, when an MS-13 member is my neighbor, put you more at ease, bro. But where you live in Scarsdale Village sparkles with such a diverse array of sparkling jewels of divinity. Jerk off. I'm so tired of wasting my breath on you. You're a waste of breath and you don't even know it. And that makes you a bigger jerk off than you could possibly imagine. I'm getting a pedicure for Father's Day, I announced. My mom says, can you even dad to get one? And I said, Mom, the man insists on grilling anemic burnt kosher steaks to prove his manhood. Whenever my wife makes him snapper franchise during our forced away to visit Arizona every 2 years. So no, I don't see it happening. It's like I'd say Charles Oakley. There's a better shot of Charles Oakley becoming a bitch on a remake of Oz. So my mom got me this book for Father's Day. No Car, 1001 Songs Here Before You Die. And my wife says, yeah, it means that you're dead to her since you came out as pro-Trumpian. I'm like, yeah, got that message when she told me to become a garbage man. Shoot for shit. Has always been my mom's motto for me. Can I get a holla? I'm not bitter. I think it's a funny reference. Holla! So I told my kids this great story about Neil Young. I read this book about some kids bullied him. They knocked his books out of his hand, and then he went up to the head of the classroom, grabbed this like big ass dictionary, pretending they started like thumbing his thumb through the dictionary, and then he just took the dictionary and went whack, and totally fucked up the guy that fucked with them. And I tell that story to my parents without dropping that bomb. So mom says, I think it's better to fight back with words. And I say, but threatening to draft articles of impeachment still gives off the impression O'Doyle rules. Can I get a holla for the golden Jew Adam Sandler? Still the best of the rest. Holla! O'Doyle rules. So, I mean, controlling your kids' comedy, it does work. I mean, I just love the fact that my daughter, literally like 2 nights ago, she goes, Daddy, so who do you rank the funniest? Eddie Murphy, Adam Sandler, John Candy? She picked Sandler, Candy, Murphy, which is great. Like Murphy, yeah, you're a super talented actor, but the F-bombs are excessively excessive. And also, the deflective homophobic material, sounds more dated than Yiddish. No offense. He's like Kevin Hart with twice the charisma and height. So I was talking about Father's Day, and this is me giving my wife grief again. Ugh, you calling your father to wish him happy Father's Day? He made you wrap your own Bjork box set for Christmas. How much of a loving humanitarian can he be? Providing no Christmas surprise magic whatsoever. And this is me not letting up. Ugh, you calling your father to wish him happy Father's Day? How is that possible, living with your mother? Did you ship your dad a dollar set of steak knives for Father's Day in case your mom started throwing them at him again for old time's sake? Yeah, because she couldn't deal with being a housewife in Australia, juggling avocados the size of Babar's balls. So we were at a sushi restaurant. Mom was in town. I'm taking my kids outside. Mom's talking about my brother's upcoming marriage to my wife. It's being drawn out, of course. It's always about my brother, and I don't mind being on my kids. Beautiful sunset, and there was this, pretty fetching Irish lassie out there. So I decided to throw an ad lib, see if I get a laugh out of her. This is going to be getting off these days. And I said, and my kids are they threw some pebbles. I said, no more rock throwing. What is this? Palestinian Appreciation Day? And then at the end of Father's Day, it's around 9:30ish, I say, so to my wife, so I'll get a blowjob for Father's Day next year? And my wife replies, but you never go down on me anymore. And I say, but mine tastes better. And Blondie is tastier than most. This is the Do It All Dad Year podcast. Dad-friendly entertainment for you and me. What Gen X parents understand, controlling our kids' economy can make our kids great again. Controlling my kids' economy, a love story, available on the trifecta, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Apple Books. Come on with a better name, Apple Books. Unbelievable. Kobo, Kid Rock Country, represent, represent, represent. We're going platinum. And on that note, and I mentally prepared myself for this. I knew that I was going to get lackluster responses from people who've been involved in my life forever. They'd have given me less than underwhelming responses when I've achieved major writing milestones in my life. That's okay. That's fine. But I just have one last comment, because I really wasn't expecting this. But, so I got this text back. A guy who said, well, you've never written anything bad. I'll take it, fine. But then a little annoying when they basically the best thing you ever done was a curb script you did 20 years ago, which makes no sense because a common muscle you just develop and only gets better. But whatever. You want to hold me hostage? Some script that you read when you were baked 50,000 years ago. You probably remember one joke, fine. No big deal, mang. But then I got to hear, yeah, so sorry for taking so long to get back to you. Selling any books yet? Actually, I'm coming with a follow-up book. Do It All Dad Does Jokes, edited by women that went to the same high school as Sarah Sanders, which will launch an entire Do It All Dad book series. And so far, feedback from the editor, extremely strong material. Oh, you really like political material. And you actually, it sounds like these jokes were written by Trump himself. So obviously I passed the hilarity test, and yes, asshole, my target demographic actually is 64 million branded racists. Didn't get a response back. I wonder why. Thanks for playing, you blob brain, no talent jerk off. Have a wonderful weekend. Do it all, Dad, your nation. Thank you, God, for my beautiful family, my beautiful wife, my beautiful time when my mom was visiting. Tell my brother, nobody's perfect. Obviously, I've got anxiety. I don't have anxiety issues. I have rage issues. Hence me ordering a angry dragon roll in my honor today. Because July 4th, Independence Day, right around the corner, and book covers are done. First round edit's going to be complete by tomorrow, and I'm ready to take the world by storm. And I want to thank everyone from Do It All Dad Nation. I'm calling you that. I like the sound of it. What, Kenny Chensey is only able to say, no shoes off nation? I'm going to say Do It All Dad Nation. Can I get a holler for Kenny Chensey? Big fan. Got his CD when I was stuck in a snowstorm where I literally had to sleep in a car with my kids that couldn't get out. But finding out that he does a cover of Bruce Springsteen. Take one step forward, two steps back. Holla! It's a beautiful thing. Tremendous American. God bless America. God bless do-it-all dads. Controlling our kids' economy can make our kids great again. And thank you, God, for the bath bomb. I'm getting bath bombs to my kids. They're like, are you kidding me? $3 for 3 of them? My inner Jews can't contain himself right now. Yes, I will take at least 3. Thank you very much. And I'm thinking, you know what? Madonna must really hate the fact that, like, back in the day, her extent of, like, luxuriating herself was having her truth or dare dancers wash their hands repeatedly before pouring buckets of bottles of Evian into her bathtub, right? And I mean, like, I would think of Madonna, I feel that I missed the boat a little bit, right? And now she's like also like decrepit. It's like, think you're blowing up Snatchback to Guy Ritchie, thank you very much. Especially with that eye patch. Like, what's going on? What's up with the eye patch, Madonna? Like, what happened? Like, is there, what's the story with the hot steaming load that caught in your eye? Does Jose Canseco not possess the same aim that he used to? I will talk to you guys soon.